Today is a big day. History in the making. It is Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. And this is our first ever podcast, Real Talk, the
Norma and Michelle show.
That's right. And Norma's first in this case. Not often, but in this case. I hope you liked our reel because it was a labor of love. And I want to thank Paul Cheney for that, all the work that he put into that, which is amazing. And I can't wait to see the one he's going to do for Instagram too. We've invested big time in this. I mean, we've got top of the line cameras, mics, signage, lights. So our sweat equity, our research, all of the stuff that we put into this, and it's all culminating today for the first day, the first time. So you're probably wondering, who the hell are we? What are we doing? What are we planning on doing? So I wanted to, because we've already written this as part of our business plan, I wanted to read to you what it is we want to do and how we kind of got here. And I'm going to get into introductions with us in a moment. But so it's been a real journey, REAL, a real journey from colleagues to best friends. Norma and Michelle show, the business partners for over the better part of 30 years. We've known each other for 30 years. That's a long time. We've worked hard and we did all that we could do in the corporate event space, and now we're primed for something new. An almost obvious next step. We'd like to take all that we've learned, experienced, and sought after, the good, the bad, and the really bad, and we want to serve it up to you, like tea or a glass of fine, alcohol-free wine. And we'll tell you later about the whole alcohol-free thing. That's a whole other show, but we're going to drink
different
it soon.
episode. Yeah.
Different episode. And it's all going to have a hint of whoa and a huge dash of real, REAL. Again, key word here. We're real. We always have been. We always will be. We were authentic way before it was trendy. It was a trendy catchphrase. And now we want to keep on being real with an audience and a purpose. We plan to share compelling, uplifting, personal, sometimes messy, and valuable information with like-minded individuals, and we hope that's you. So join us. Let's grow together. There's room for all of us at Real Talk. But before I go on to our introductions, I just wanted to tell you our vision. So really, we want to produce a high-value, high-quality video podcast. And I say video podcast because I wanted to say vodcast, and apparently no one says vodcast. It sounds too much like vodka, which I really used to enjoy, but we'll get into that in another episode. And we want to offer content that motivates our audience to grow, learn, laugh, and ultimately, we want to enhance your life. And we want this to enhance our life because it's another step for us. So.
And we want to have fun.
We want to have fun. Big time, Norma.
Yes.
Good one. Good one. And you don't even have cue cards. And you said that.
No. Just winging it here.
Yes, please do. Please do. So who the hell are we? Michelle of the Norma and Michelle show. Norma and I have known each other for about 30 years, and we met each other when?
We met each other, well, that was way back when I was in customer service at Bell.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Well, we know it's almost 30 years because I was pregnant with Paige. This is how we always determine how many years we've known each other. She will be 29 this July, and you knew me when I was pregnant. It takes 10 months to get
I knew who you were before that.
But we didn't really know each other.
No.
Until I was pregnant.
Until we worked with Rosanna.
Yeah. That's right. I was in events, the dream job, the events job, and everyone wanted to be in marketing. I know you also wanted to be in marketing.
Yes.
And you eventually got into marketing, a very coveted job in marketing. And we worked together.
Yes. Print production coordinator.
It was coveted. And so we worked together for so long. And we finally decided at one point, well, there's all these org changes and amalgamations and things going on. And so eventually we're working very close to each other. And we almost kind of made our own department, whereas I did events and communications.
And I did the advertising.
The advertising creative. And we kind of made our role integrate, even though it probably shouldn't have, but whatever. We did it. It worked well. It worked well for Bell and, what we were doing. And when we were doing that and working so closely together, we kept saying, like, why don't we start our own business and make some real money? And that's how we became
everyone everyone used to say that to us, except for our boss at the time,
Right.
who thought it was better that we stay working for him.
That's right. He said, don't do that. And
You know who you are.
Yes, you do. We're not going to say your name because there's lots of names we're not going to mention here. But then some we will.
Yes.
Some we will, for sure. Oh, yeah. And also people said, don't go into business with your friend. Like, it'll ruin the friendship. You'll never be friends again. Well, that was 18 years ago. So screw you.
They were wrong.
They were wrong. So still have the business. It didn't make the gazillions of dollars that we had anticipated.
Yeah, there was a few recessions in there.
There was.
COVID.
Yes. Let's talk about when we left Bell to start our own business. That was almost 18 years ago.
It was 2006.
And then you,
Yeah.
So I think it's 18 years ago. So we had, and I want to preface this by saying, I thank Bell every day for the opportunity to work there, for the people I met, the training I received. I still have amazing friends from there. I have amazing mentors. Like Rosanna, you mentioned,
Yes.
Best boss we ever had. Well, Bob Lavelle's right up there too. We met so many people, Mike Holiday, Kim. Like, I have so many great friends. Kim, you're going to know because she's going to be part of this down the road. She's definitely going to be a guest very often. But there's so many great people that I met at Bell and that we still stay in touch with.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like a springboard. It was business that we got from people from Bell. But so there are all of these reorgs. And we ended up, both of us, reporting to this one individual. I'm not going to say her name. And so we knew the writing was on the wall. Prior to this, I should say, we always asked for packages. Give us a package. We wanted to start our own business. We had started our own business and we were doing things on the side. But we were being lily white about it because that's what we were told. If you're going to do a business while you're working as a Bell employee, which I totally understand, you can only do things after hours. So we only did communications. We weren't doing events, which is eventually what we would do in our business. We kind of knew after this last reorg and reporting into this one individual that this wasn't going to work, especially for me, because this unnamed individual really didn't like me. Didn't mind Norma, I don't think. You were guilty by association. So my part, I'll tell first. So the Norma, you tell yours, because yours is funny. So I knew that she wanted rid of me, and we were ready to start our own business. She didn't know that. So I had completely cleaned out my office. Like there wasn't a personal sticky note in my office at this point. Anything that was personal was gone. I took off all my personal things off the hard drive and all that kind of stuff. So I go to have this meeting that I presumed was the meeting where I was going to get my package. And doesn't she launch into this big, long, ridiculous conversation about nothing? Driving home, calling Norma, saying she didn't let me go. I didn't get the package.
Her office was completely cleaned out. There was nothing in it.
Nothing. So
And then she had to come back to work.
So I go back to work, and I guess it was the next week. Anyway, I recall walking in, and HR's there, as I knew they would be, and this individual looked quite sheepish, and I don't know why, and giving me the package, and you get the whole from the HR person. Oh, would you like to discuss it? No. At the time, I was not married, but I was dating my second husband, who I'm since divorced from, and he was a labor lawyer. So I said, no, thank you for the package. Bye. I took it, and I had him review it. Now, what happened to you? So that was in April. So I left. We started the business, and Norma was on leave. Go ahead.
I was on short-term disability, I think. And when it was time for me to go back to work, that was when I had to go meet at a certain office, which was not our normal office. So I thought something was up. I figured they're probably going to do that as soon as I'm well enough to come back to work. Then maybe I'll get a package that day. So I did walk into the room. It was actually my birthday. It was my 40th birthday. That's why I know we started the business.
Yeah.
August 14th.
Yeah. 40th
2006.
birthday.
And when I went in there was an HR person, and similar thing. They just said, we're downsizing and there's a reorg, here's your package. Would you like to see it? I said, no, I'll just take it away. Because as well, I was just going to drive to lawyer boyfriend, have a look at it. And I said, well, I guess this is happy birthday to me. And they said, it's your birthday? We didn't think it was your birthday.
Wouldn't
and
HR
said,
know?
Isn't it in your paperwork where my birthday is? It's my birthday today. And at the time, I had to go for a medical test right after. And so I let them know I had to do that. And
well, it was more than that. You said I have fibroids. Like it was very
yeah,
dramatic.
it was like a certain ultrasound I had to have done on the same day. So I said, no, I have to go do that. If they asked me if I wanted to talk to somebody, and I said, no, thank you. And I left. I think the meeting was about 5 minutes.
Mine was just a
Yeah.
short.
So
But
then
the thing was, we weren't.
at least I got to meet here. I don't know where you were, but
yeah. Well, the thing is, neither one of us went laughing to the bank because, Belle was obviously very fair. There's no critique here at all of Belle in that regard, except the HR should have known your birthday. It allowed us, it was the springboard for us to say, okay, now we have a package. Now we're going to start our business. We did that. Real Communications was the name of the business, but we were really a boutique event management firm, and we did product launches, sales rallies, cross-country road shows.
And this was 2006, as I said. So
2006.
Business was good.
Business was great. Business was great.
Yeah.
Until 2008, 2009, when we had the first slump, and then there was another one after that. So, I mean, it wasn't an easy business.
No.
So just before COVID, we ended up taking another contract with a different organization, and we kept Real Communication open for business because this is a contract we have. We're still able to run our other business. But you know what? Over time, I think Real had kind of run its course from an event management side point of view. We could still take on certain events that we'd like to, but our days of doing the cross-country road shows and going right from Toronto all the way to Vancouver and out east and do the exact same event.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You're flying into hotels, you're getting up early, you're going to bed at midnight and over to the next venue the next day. It's a younger person's career, I think. And we hadn't really scaled our business to the point where we had a number of people doing it. And I think that's why our clients liked working with us, because we were boutique and we were hands-on, and they knew that, it was the Norma and Michelle show. Like,
we were on
there.
Site. Yeah.
There was only a couple of times when we had to divide and conquer
for simultaneous events.
Yes. Yeah. But for the most part, it was great work. And I loved it. We
had some great clients.
We had some amazing clients and friends.
Yeah. So we're still in touch with.
That's right. And like I said, the majority of our clients were people that we either met at Belle or they left and they introduced us to someone, or they went to another company. That was how Real Communications, our event business, worked out. I think over the last many years, we run into so many people, and people would say, like, why don't you do something? Like, why don't you go on a show? Or, I mean, there was our doctor once said it, like, oh, you guys, anyway, people like him, he'd say, like, why don't you do a show together? And people have said that over the course of the year. And in fact, Rachel, my daughter, said when I was talking about this, she said, you know what? You and Norma are like equally annoying individually, but together you bring a certain energy that's really good. Yes, we know Rachel. She can be sarcastic. Anyway, she'll be on the show at one point. We'll be talking about her upcoming wedding. I want to tell you, what kind of content we plan to offer you. And I also want to know, from you guys, what do you guys want us to talk about?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not experts.
No.
But we're going to bring experts on. And we're going to bring experts on about things that we're really either interested in or passionate about. And we're hoping that you'll be interested and passionate about those things as well. Say, hey, no, I'd really like to hear about this. And these are things that are important to us. So, being alcohol free. By the way, would you care to pour me a glass while I keep talking? That would be wonderful.
I never thought you'd ask. Okay. I was dying of thirst over here.
Alcohol free, how we became alcohol free, why we became alcohol free. Friendship. Obviously, we know a bit about that. We've been friends for almost 30 years, and we have a number of other friends, long-term friends, and friendship's very important to us. Very important to me. Raising children and the stages of raising children. I mean, there are good times, there are not so good times. But it's all worth it in the end. When I say not so good times, there's times when you're bloody exhausted, when you're working, you're a young woman and you have children and you've got a job or a business. Like, it can get crazy. Family drama. I'm going to talk to you a bit about some family drama. You don't have as much family drama, and I don't know, but I'm going to talk to you
in comparison.
You're right. Aging parents, when you lose a parent, like these are tough things. It's things that we're all facing with our aging parents. And Norma's lost her mom. Norma lost her mom actually the year that we started our business. Women's safety, how to stay safe, things that we could learn. Real estate. We have so many real estate friends. I'm sure that we'll have one of them on and talk about real estate things. Staying youthful. Okay. I think this is going to be an offshoot to a gazillion shows. Things like, you know, hair, makeup, Botox, fillers, threading, plastic surgery, and other things like acupuncture, osteo, walking, exercise, eating healthy, vitamin supplements, menopause, what a hysterectomy, what happens after a hysterectomy, Norma knows, those types of things. And then event planning, we can talk a bit about that. We can talk about weight loss, the big O, Ozempic, and what that means, and other fad diets, what we've done over the years, which is like we've done some crazy stuff to lose 5 or 10 pounds. Pets, dogs. I can't believe it took me so long to get to that one because we are freaks about our dogs and love dogs. Eventually, once we build this vodcast up to where we want it to be, we want to be able to do something to give back and support animals.
What about
save
CJ?
animals.
Could CJ be on the show? Like
CJ could be on the show.
Go in that bowl.
CJ's my 16-year-old diabetic cat, and he's the OG. He's got an Insta page. I'll tag it or do something to it. Roll that clip. No, just kidding. We will one day. We're going to roll that clip. We're going to be able to do that. Not today. Hair and makeup. Dating over 30, over 40, over 50. That's me. Dating over 50. I've got some humdingers. I didn't age myself.
Online dating.
Humdingers. Who says that other than people over 50? Divorce. I'm an expert. Norma's an expert too because she's gone through it with me. So fashion over 50. This is a great one. And I've got so many different guests that I want to invite. Happiness, which is ultimately what we all want. It's very important. That could be many episodes, books, movies. I love movies, TV shows, therapy, blue zones. When your children are sick, even when they're adult children, when children leave the nest, when they come back. What's that all about? Nowadays, can your kids even leave? That's what everyone's worried about. Ex-husbands. Well, I'll talk about that. Good news, why we need it. What I can't wait to do one day is bring Carol on. Carol is our psychic.
Our spiritual advisor.
Exactly, our spiritual advisor. I've known her because I knew her before Norma did, before I had Paige. So over 30 years. So I can't wait to bring Carol on. I hope she would come on.
I think she would.
I think so. Artificial intelligence. We want to talk about that. We want to get an expert on here.
Yeah.
I want to know what that's about because everyone says you're not going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, but you will be replaced by someone who understands it. So I think I'd like to get a handle on this because you know me, I'm an early adopter and very technically inclined. So I want to keep up. I want to know what's going on there. Vacation and travel, gardening over to this one over
I like
here.
gardening.
I'm getting into it. I like it when you come over and plant all my stuff. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So fun.
Bucket lists, cooking and recipes. So it's just an idea of the type of information that we want to share with you and the type of guests that we'll have on to talk about these things. As I mentioned, we're not experts, but we're going to bring on some experts. So in that way, we want to keep it interesting, fun. So first of all,
pause. Yeah.
Yes. First of all, let's, I want to showcase our Real Talk glasses, our wine glasses. They are, what do you call this? Is it cozy? Keep it cold. Thermal, cozy. They cannot go into the dishwasher. No. That's important in case you are one of the lucky people eventually who might be on the recipient end of these babies. But cheers. Now I'm going to turn it over to Norma. What do you have to talk about? But I'm sure we can get Oprah and Gail. I mean, that would be a coup. Like maybe we could get them to come in and we'll do our giveaways, our real giveaways, and we'll have Oprah and Gail, and they'll be, I don't know, we're going to need a bigger table.
Yeah, we might.
We're going to need more chairs.
At least we're close to the airport when her private jet comes in.
Look, we can dream. Girls can dream.
We can.
That's really our introductory show. That's what we wanted to talk about today. and there's a lot more to talk about.
Please comment, because we want to know.
Yes, we definitely
What
want
you
your
wanna talk about.
comments. We want you to tell us, well, we don't want the haters, but we know haters going to hate. But we do want your comments. We want you to tell us what we should talk about, who you'd like to see on the show, Oprah, those kind of people, you know. I wanted to also show the beautiful mugs that we have. So sometimes we'll be doing coffee talk, and when we do coffee talk, we have these beautiful Real Talk mugs. Again, you might be a winner of one of these items at some point. So, and if you'd like to sponsor, we're very open to all and every kind of sponsorship. I'm actually just kidding. We're open to sponsorship of things that we believe in. I've learned that also by watching many master classes and lots of things on Instagram. So I want to only have sponsors of things that we believe in, like Terrapaca. Perfect. We will have contests. We will have giveaways. There's lots of amazing things coming, but
We'll talk about our favorite things.
we will talk about our favorite things. And maybe we're going to have giveaways like that. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, and I think there's a real show there. A real show there.
Real.
Real. We're going to sign off. And until next time, all we have to say to you is, be real.